Welcome back to Sin Vergüenza, the podcast. I'm your host, Ale, and I'm joined alongside my co-host,
Mr. Anonymous.
And tomorrow is 4th of July. So, right now, I beg you all to be safe. If you guys are going to have one of those fights with like the
Roman candles.
The Roman candles, just make sure you don't fuck up and hurt somebody's car or their animals or something.
Headshots
Blast
only.
yourself all you want. I don't think we could say that. It was 29 seconds. That's crazy. But just make sure you're safe, guys. Watch out for your doggos. Recommend some CBD for them. That's definitely what we forgot to buy this weekend, and that we're going to go buy after this episode. So just be safe. Have fun, you little glizzy goblins. All right. Everybody eats hot dogs on 4th of July, right? Okay. So, like I said, tomorrow's 4th of July. I probably should have thrown some 4th of July, like little like games or something, huh? I don't even think you could make a game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, whatever. So, right now is 222, another episode with an angel number. This should be a good one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our little weekly updates with you guys. Anything new with you, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, so this week, I just have been really anxious, and then, I don't know, just a lot of different feelings. So I was working by myself for so long. Now that I'm working with others, the anxiety is definitely kicking my ass again. It's way worse all over again. But fuck it. We're out here. Half of my mouth is missing, but that's okay, I guess. Me venting to everybody. But
I think you have holes on your cheeks and shit.
It's just coming, not really, but on the inside. Sure, if you know, you know. But it's just really like testing my patience, and I just really have to come, like, it really is just coming to terms that some people are just so negative with their own lives and in just such a bad place within their own life, and think so negatively about themselves that they really try to project it on others, and just try to be rude to other people. So to those people, I hope you get some help and you can get through your shit, because we don't like the sorry ass attitude you're giving. But that's just somebody who wants to live their life with nothing but love. And so I did say for my birthday I wanted to be more feminine, more like, I wanted to do more with myself, with my appearance, make myself, I always believe, look good, feel good. My space is what's my mind. If my room's dirty, my head's a fucking mess, like this type of stuff. So that was one of them. Another one was I want to show more loving emotions. So those are my two main ones. There's a couple little other things, but two main ones are just be more presentable for myself, in and out, and then just spreading love. And once you start doing things that make you feel like you're prospering, and which makes your confidence go up, and just doing better for yourself, you get a lot of negativity. It's like people feel your aura, that it's so like, I don't know what to say, but it's just like, I feel like they sense that, so they want to drag me down to their energy, their negative energies. Like, I've had a lot of girls like say like, oh, like, not to me, but to somebody else, like they make it seem like if we're getting ready because we're going out on a date or some shit. It's like, no, I want to look good, feel good. And then they'll be like, oh, you're doing your makeup for work, crazy, like who you gotta impress, or why we wear masks all day, or why
my lady as fuck when I leave the house and smell a little bit like cologne. She out here like, why do you gotta smell good?
Okay, but anyways, so, or like, why are you wearing earrings? Like, basically doing all this, like, why are you getting so ready to come here when all we do is put on scrubs and masks? And it's more like, because I feel good when I do it. If I were to come home but go to work busted, I'm gonna feel busted all day. Like, I'm just gonna look at myself in the mirror and be like, ew, you should have done at least something to yourself, like, So
I feel like you feel
definitely insecure
you
too.
feel kind of like a construction worker, to be honest, because like a lot of people tell me all the time, how the fuck do you get up 20-30 minutes before you have to leave the house and you're ready to go? And I'm like, bro, like that's just me. And they're like, no, we wake up like an hour before we have to clock in, drink our coffee, read the news. I'm like, oh hell no, like I don't give a
No,
fuck about
I
that,
get up
Keisha.
early to get myself presentable for myself and go buy me a little cafecito with your money. So there's that. And then it's like just I don't know. It's just, you can tell, and not even just like at work, but like even when I go out to places, like I get some negative looks. Like when I'm over here, like I look good as fuck. So not like on some cocky shit. It's just like I really notice when you give yourself a higher vibration or put yourself in a higher vibration, a lot of negative vibrations will try to bring you down to make you feel they're at their level, and it's just not gonna work for me. So this week was just trying to get away from negative vibrations and just know that I'm top tier. It might not be to you, but to me, I'm the top of the top. So there's that. Let's see.
Be the top of your own mountain, people.
So what else? What else within my week? What did we do? Yes. Oh, I went Friday to go have breakfast. Casa Desayuno. Every weekend, you already fucking know where I be at. I'm over there. Definitely recommend the chilaquiles, las verdes. That sounded so good today too, y'all. So I went to go have breakfast. I went grocery shopping. I've been washing clothes. If you guys are in Las Vegas and you know Superior markets, they came from Cali. It's a big thing out here right now. Honestly, the prices, they did have some good deals, but some of the meats were a little more expensive than what I get at Cardenas. So I just got some groceries there, and then I got the rest at Cardenas. Let's see what else. It was a good big place though. I definitely want to try out their food. Like I know a lot of people were saying that they were giving out good food and their little bakery or whatever. So
I like
I didn't get to
samples.
check that out. Yeah, it's because I was with my aunt. She handicapped, y'all, so I just didn't want to like walk around more than what I needed to. So I didn't really go exploring in the store. Um we went we went shopping. I bought uh
You went
I
shopping.
went shopping. I bought a lot of bras, a lot of panties. So I'm just stocking up on those because I'm getting rid of a lot of old panties and bras, and I just needed something new. And yeah, that's pretty much my weekend. Yeah, right? Yeah. Nothing too crazy. What about you?
Um, this week I just had honestly like a tiring week. I've been going in and out to Utah. For anybody that lives in Utah, y'all are so fucking lucky with your guys' weather. Like, we were out there and it was 89 degrees, I believe. Meantime, Vegas
I
was over here
completely
at
forgot
like
to tell the people how
110.
you got me an exotic animal. We're not we're not gonna say too much right now, y'all, but just know we got an animal that's from the desert, and let's just say he's a little guy. He's like a week old, you said, or 2 weeks.
Like a week.
Yeah, he was abandoned by his family. So we took it upon ourselves to take that little guy in and try to help him as much as we can until he's ready to take care of himself. Maybe
So,
after we'll like share pictures. If you have me on my personal, you've already seen the little guy.
so yeah, we basically, I was going in and out of Utah this week, and then, um, I found this little guy, or one of the guys that I work with, he found him and he basically was like, "Hey, can you take care of him? I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what to feed him." So I brought him home and we're taking care of him so far. But honestly, he's a little handful sometimes. He has a funny little way of speaking and stuff. But other than that, I was taken to the mall as a mule to carry stuff this week, so that was pretty alright.
I'm not even
Um
gonna say nothing. No.
what else? I think that's my week right there.
Crazy. I was having a good weekend. I was out here shopping, y'all. A good ass weekend. I was spending money that wasn't mine. Who don't love that shit?
We played a
Who?
little GTA yesterday, which
Oh yeah, I
if
got back on my PS4.
finally, um, we might go ahead and you guys might catch us on there playing or something.
Ooh, some GTA clips would go crazy. Some GTA clips would definitely go crazy. I don't know how to do none of that, but
We
I'll.
might put our sponsor and our IT on that.
So I don't know. I'm not gonna promise anything, but just know that shit's funny as fuck. But all right, let's go ahead and go into our first segment. Uncontrolled. Wait, are you done with your weekend?
Yeah.
It's Uncontrolled Woman. And with this segment, we go on this period app called Flow. Flow is an app where it helps you track your period. There's also a women's chat room so girls can go ahead and ask each other questions, ask for advice, give little tips and tricks, all that good stuff. Again, it's called Flow. What else? We on Flow. There's also a little like tab where you can go ahead and learn about certain things about yourself. More like the intimate stuff about our bodies. So stuff that we should have had conversations about, but if you're like me, sadly we didn't get those conversations. So again, this is Uncontrolled Women from the Flow app. All right, so ironically, what I looked up today is not from the Flow app. I just figured that we've never talked about this one thing in general, and it's honestly such a bitch if you come through it. And we're gonna talk about how to get rid of blood stains. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird looking this up on my phone because I didn't even use a private tab or anything. I just like opened up how to remove blood stains. So,
FBI is gonna be over here watching this shit like closely.
yep. So, again, if you're a girl and you have your period, and if you've already had it, staining your panties is the worst. We all have those ugly pairs of panties that we don't care for, and that's the ones that we use on our period. But if you so happen to start with your good choni son, bitch, let me help you get those stains out. Here's a couple of ways. One way is blotting. So you can try like putting some enzyme cleaner on it before you blot it. So that'll go ahead and help it lift up. Another remedy is cold water and salt. You just rub that bad boy in there and then you just wash them in cold water. This one is saline solution. You rub it in and then you flush it out with cold water as well. You could also use hydrogen peroxide by directly spraying it on the stain and then you just keep reapplying as much as you need. You could also use baking soda by making a little paste out of it with the baking soda and some water, rubbing it in gently. You let the fabric dry with it on there and then you brush off the extra residue. Once you're done with that, you throw it in the washer. Then it says if you need to do more, just do more. You could also use vinegar, which is fucking nasty because vinegar smells like ass. You soak it in there for 10 to 20 minutes. You blot or rinse it with a damp cloth and then you repeat as much as needed.
You gonna be smelling like a whole ass pickle.
Not the pickle, pussy. Another one is ammonia and water. You dab it on the stain and then you wash them. All right. Another one is you can also go ahead and try scraping off the dry blood if it's already dry. You could try scraping it off or rubbing it off as much as you can and then soaking them in warm water with the enzyme product and then just rewashing everything with some chlorine free bleach.
I feel like
'Cause
that's a whole ass blood clot though. Like for you to have to fucking scrape
not
it.
really. It doesn't have to be a blood clot. Blood will dry regardless of on your panties.
Well, no, I know that, but
But
I'm saying like for you to be able to scrape it off.
I've never tried scraping it off, but yeah. And then personally, I've never used any of these, but this is what I've used. For me, I have this. As soon as I know I stain myself, instantly take off my panties, all this and that. Even sometimes, like, let's say I'm not able to go ahead and do that. Even when I get home, if I do this, it still works. I put on this stain remover this stain remover from I think it's Lovely or Lovable or some shit like that. It's a green bottle. They sell it at all the Mexican stores. Ironically, they used to sell it at the 99 But that's not there no more. They sell it at this ice cream parlor I go to too.
What the fuck?
That little Mexican one where they have like, we go to this little Mexican ice cream parlor where they have like medicinas de Mexico. They have like little
Oh,
candies from over there, like just shit from Mexico. So I don't know if that stain. I don't think it's from Mexico because it's all in English on the bottle, but I use that and it gets it out pretty good. I'll like spritz them on there, scrub it, spritz some scrub, and then just throw them to wash after that. What else? Okay, I don't know if this works for blood, but I know my mom cleaned your shirt that was stained with pine sol. Yeah, I don't know, or zote. I don't know. I have to ask her again what that remedy was, but I swear it was either pine sol or zote, and I want to say pine sol was like,
I want to say zote, to be
I
honest.
don't know. I think it was both together. But that's what works for me. I'll go ahead and insert a picture here of the stain remover that I use. So, all these little solutions are what can help you take out those blood stains from those chonis. These aren't from Flow directly, but I just kind of did a little thing on Google and looked up how to remove blood stains. So, there's that.
The hydrogen
Hopefully,
peroxide one works. I've tried that. Like whenever I would get a bloody nose, especially during summertime, all over like white shirts and shit. That's what my mom would use.
well, there you go. Hydrogen peroxide. Now we're going to go ahead and move on. Again, that was Uncontrolled Woman. Let me know if any one of those remedies worked out for you guys. Okay. So, did you see how Speed was trying to buy that one car off the guy and he didn't want to like even talk to him about it?
No.
Um a car seller in Germany. I don't know if they were exactly in Germany or something like that, but he didn't want to sell Speed a car because like I don't know. I really don't know why. Like Speed is over here in like a race uniform, like those jumpsuits that the racers wear. Like he looks the part right now. They have like this big car sales going on from what it looks like, and I wasn't watching the live. I just seen the clip, and Speed was basically trying to ask him like, when did he buy this car? How much was it worth when he bought it? Like, when you buy a car, you ask certain questions.
Right,
And he's
especially a
like,
collectible.
yeah, he's like, can I test drive it? He's like, no. And then he, like, anytime Speed would ask him a question, he would just, like, diss him and ignore him and go back on his phone. And he's like, you can't afford it or some shit like that. Like, basically, like,
Little broing him.
yeah. And so Speed was all like, I want to buy this car. And then he just kept ignoring him. He's like, okay, fine. But basically, he said, like, you wouldn't be able to afford this car.
Right.
And Speed's like, no, I have the money. Like, I will give you that shit right the fuck now. So at the end, Speed kind of just gets like annoyed and walks away. He's like, man, fuck this then. Fine. I'm not going to buy your car. So I don't know. There could be many reasons why this guy doesn't want to sell it to him. But for me, I really feel like a lot of these old heads really don't believe that all these young people can be making the money that they're fucking making. Like, I don't think they understand how social media is really working out for these people, because it's like, um, not even just Speed, any other influencer. Like, there's a lot of influencers that are making a shit ton of money that are literally buying like exotic cars. They're taking trips everywhere. They're doing all this shit. And so it's like, when you see people like fucking Little Pump go into a Gucci store, what happened at first? They were like, what the fuck? Like, you? But then it's like, bitch, I'm buying all this shit right now.
Right.
So it's like, the older generation really doesn't understand what social media does for this younger generation and how rich it's actually making them, to where when they walk up into these exotic stores with the Gucci, the Louis, the Fendi, the Prada, when they go up to these car salesmen that are selling Ferraris, these collectibles, they look them up and down and they're like, you can't afford this. This is not for you. Go back to whatever store you want to go to, but don't come here. Meantime, it's like, little do they know that 17-year-old boy has way more money in his bank account than that old man probably has ever touched.
Right. Right.
So it's crazy the fact that they really don't see that. They don't see it that way. They're not understanding how much these people are actually making, and it's insane because they'll diss them this way. Los mandan pa la chingada. I mean, Tim, it's like you could have had a fucking fat ass sale right there, and you just all because you want to judge a book by its cover. Now look at you missing out on a sale, missing out on all that commission. You fucked up.
Well, I mean,
and I'm not saying Speed is 17. I don't know how fucking old he is, but it's just an example because there are like at least 17-year-old influencers. Like, shit, even musicians. Isn't fucking Javi like, how old is that fool?
he's a teen, I believe, still.
I'm pretty sure if he's not my age, he's for sure younger. So it's like, shit.
I mean, honestly, I feel like in a way it was the fact that some of them don't believe it. And a lot has to do with just the fact that a lot of these streamers are becoming to the point where it's like,
Well, it's not just streamers, it's the influencers, like
well, exactly.
younger people getting into music. Pump was fucking young as fuck when he went into music.
Well,
Look
no,
how fast
exactly,
he made it.
But it's just the same thing as like, look at all the stuff that the influencers do when they can't afford it later on. Like they get stuck with this payment that they can't afford, or they have to give the car back and they lose the money on it. So it's like, I understand the point that they're making with like, you might not be able to afford it because a lot of people have gone over there and just fucked with them saying, oh, well, I have this much money and I have this much followings. But it's like, at the end of the day, if you can't really put the money down for it and you don't look serious, they're not going to take you serious, you know?
I mean, I'm seeing this homie in a jumpsuit like a racer.
Well, yeah.
I'll be like, oh, yep, that boy know what he doing.
But like you said, is it a luxurious car?
Honestly, it didn't look like nothing fancy to me. Look, I'll show you the video real quick, and I'll insert the clip here too for you guys. I don't even think they showed the fucking car, but I mean, look at those cars. Do they look crazy to you?
I mean, that looks like a little Ferrari. I think a Ferrari truck.
I guess it's a little crazy then. Yeah, they didn't really. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he didn't show the car.
Maybe if I find another clip, I can show you the clip.
But it's still like,
you're telling me Speed can't buy a fucking Ferrari?
well, I'm not saying that he can or can't, but I'm saying some of these cars, like car shows, could be one of 10 cars or one of 6 cars, like multi-million-dollar cars, and they have to be sure that you can buy it. Like, it's
the thing
easier
is, he
to
didn't even check to make sure. He just fucking looked at him like,
it's the same thing as like, if you walk into let's say a lawyer's office and you're wearing a suit and I'm over here wearing shorts and a fucking t-shirt, they're gonna most likely look at you like, oh yeah, she knows what the fuck she's talking about than me. It's the same way if you were wearing a suit to that thing.
Honey, I be wearing shorts around you and I still look like I make more sense than you. Just
okay.
kidding, I had to throw that in there.
But like, that's what I'm saying. There's sometimes where like, even your appearance, because you don't look professional in a professional setting, people are not going to take you serious. They're going to be like, okay, this guy's just here to take
telling me
a video.
If a dirty ass mechanic, uñas negras, clothes all dirty, walks up to you talking about, I like that car, give me that shit, you don't think that he'll sell it to a dirty mechanic?
What do you mean?
Like, you're saying because he doesn't look the part to buy a car like that. You're telling me if a mechanic pulls up all dirty and shit talking about, I want that car, you're not going to sell the car to that mechanic?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he does not look, he looks young for one to be buying.
Old is Speed?
I'm not sure, but he looks young for one to be buying a multi-million-dollar car, which is, let's say the car's worth $1 million. He looks young, okay? 2, he's in literally, like you said, a jumpsuit for racing. So it's like, bro, are you here to make a video and just get these likes, or are you here to actually get the car?
The dude selling the car ain't in a nice ass suit either. He wearing some camo pants and a tight ass orange shirt that should probably be one size bigger. See, sleeves don't even go down to his fucking wrist.
He's over here trying to look undetective but detective at the same time.
Yeah, nah, like the dude's right behind him, like, oops. One of the guys behind them, yeah, he got on a shirt and some jeans, and like they all just wearing pants and a t-shirt. Nothing fancy. Ain't nobody got no fucking suit on or nothing. Like, well, no, I don't see no fancy shit here.
Look how older they look. They all look like they're probably wearing something you wear to a fucking golf place, right?
They do look old as fuck.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so much easier to take someone older for them serious about a situation like this.
I don't know. I feel like that's gonna have to change regardless of, because I mean,
well, I mean, it has been changing. Like, We were talking about this the other day, how Ferrari has so many rules to buying their cars and what you can actually
Which
do to
I
their
didn't
cars.
know. Maybe you could list some. If you guys didn't know, Ferrari has certain rules.
So a lot of influencers that you see drive Lamborghinis, McLarens is because Ferrari has a lot of rules to where they have to control who kind of sponsors you. Whoever they think they don't like or whatever, they don't let you sponsor by them. They don't let you put certain stickers on your car or shit like that, because if it doesn't make their brand look like they want it to, you will get banned from it. And they have gone to like extents of suing people for doing certain things with either their motors, their cars, shit like that, just because of
So
the high
basically,
end
it's
of
not
them.
really your car. It's a rental, even if it's your car.
And this all started, you guys, because of the topic of the Hispanic man that turned his Tesla truck into a work Tesla truck by adding a rack on it. And I guess now Tesla is trying to sue him for $500,000.
Sheesh.
So it's or either $50,000 or $500,000.
Still ridiculous. I feel like if you buy it and you're paying for it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's like that dumb HOA shit. Like, how am I gonna buy a property, but you're telling me what the fuck I can and can't do on my property?
I mean, the HOA thing, I understand it, and at the same time, I hate it too. But for me, like the car wise thing is like, you guys have all these videos when these Tesla trucks came out of people shooting them, wrecking them, punching them, like doing all this dumb shit to them, and you guys had no problem with them damaging a truck. Meantime, you guys have some fucking issue with somebody making it easier for his job to be done, for his truck to be modified that way. Is like,
Crazy. That
come on now.
that fool had that much money to buy that shit and do all that shit that he did to it. Nuts.
Well, I think he did it himself. That's the even like crazier part. Like, it's a smart ass man to be doing it himself and shit, owning it himself. Like, come on now, let that boy eat.
Left no crumbs. So, how about you guys comment down below, letting us know, what do you think? Should these old heads be more open-minded when they see younger people that I guess don't look as if they were to have that money because either their age or maybe what they're wearing? Basically, do you think these old heads should just change the judging a book by its cover deal when they have people trying to come in and purchase these high value things? Or what do you think? Do you think they should still stand on toes with the influencers, the young artists, just basically any young person that can afford these things, but they don't, I guess, look the part? I don't know. Comment down below what you think, because I think by the time these old heads all like turn away into dust, I feel like there won't be a part to look no more. Like, this new generation is really going to be, you're whatever the fuck you want to be. And I truly do not give a fuck.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's already how it's becoming, just because of the fact that we have already people with like tattoos becoming so high into like even jobs and shit like that.
Last time we went to the hospital, two of the like main nurses are like the ones, well, whatever the fuck they do, they still do crazy shit. Every single person in there does something crazy. They were blasted in tattoos.
And that's the funny thing to me that was always like as a kid, that everybody was like, oh, if you get a tattoo, you can't get a job. Like, bruh, at this point,
Blasted
it's like,
with tattoos, and one of the girls had pink highlights.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like the world is changing, but it's like, I'm not dissing nobody or anything like that, but there has been a lot of influencers and situations with famous people that are young that
No, yeah, like, don't get me wrong. There's still
stuff, you know?
stupid people that put themselves in debt knowing damn well that they fucked up. But it's like, Speed is the number one streamer, isn't he? Or is it Kai?
I think it's Kai now.
Oh,
Kai's
shit. Well,
been
still,
whooping it.
he's number 2. Speed has to make a shit ton of money. I don't doubt that this man can't buy a car that he wants.
Well, I don't doubt it either, but again, it's probably something that this man doesn't even know who the fuck he honestly is. So he's like, bro, I don't know you. You look young as fuck. You might be just like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that just trying to make a video right now.
So comment down below. What do you guys think about this? Was the guy wrong, or was he right for keep standing on toes with Speed? Now, let's go into our second segment. So So this is our dream segment, a segment where we talk about the dreams that we've had recently or dreams that we've had in the past that have stuck with us. And we're talking about the dreams that happen when we all go to sleep at night. You know, those things that we simply can't control, the things that bring out our deepest, darkest thoughts. Yeah, those dreams. And we go ahead and talk about them here, a judgment-free zone. Now, before we go ahead and share my dream, because you didn't have a dream again, I just wanted to go ahead and ask you guys to drop a dream down below in the Google Forms that's listed in the bio. In that Google form, you can drop a dream so we can all talk about it here on the podcast. Maybe you want to take it off your chest, or it's been eating at you, or it's just simply a weird, funny dream that you want to share. And it's anonymous. And again, listed down below in the Google form in the bio. Fuck. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I had this dream last night. And it's crazy how now I have a dream practically every Sunday. It's like, okay, guys, we gotta, or Saturday, I don't know. Basically, the dream that I had last night, I was a teacher. What the fuck I was teaching these kids, I don't fucking know. But I was a teacher, and the classroom was like, it was kind of like Stranger Things, where it's just a white, scary laboratory classroom type of thing, and then a bright green board.
Okay.
There was a bright green board. And so there was like around, I'm closing my eyes, there was like around 7-ish kids in there. I remember talking to them and like pointing something out on the board, but I didn't see what the fuck I was pointing at. And honestly, I'm trying to remember something else that happened within that dream. I know somebody walked in the classroom and talked to us. I don't know what the fuck they said, but they just walked in, said something, and then walked out. So I don't know if I was actually talking to students or if it was all 7 of my personalities getting together and we were making a plan for how we were going to act this week. But basically, that was all I can remember for that dream. It was more like a little glimpse.
Right.
But all I can remember is me teaching these kids something, and that was it. That's all I remember.
You're teaching your 7 personalities how to act right?
Well, I don't know why I thought about this. Maybe because of the movie Inside Out that we've been watching, or why did I think about a classroom? So, yeah. That was my dream. You make sense of it however you want to, because I don't know how to make sense of that.
I mean, it's kind of funny because this weekend, like you forgot to mention, we actually took your little sister and her friend out
to the park.
So I wonder if it was maybe
goodness,
like
y'all,
the fact
I didn't know how fucking much I sucked ass around kids. Like, how is my sister getting thousands of like on TikTok? Meantime, I'm over here all excited because I get like a 2-digit number. She literally has a dumbass video that has fucking words misspelled and shit, and it made damn near 3,000 likes within the first hour she posted it.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Literally, I was so close to fucking crying in the park, y'all.
But
I was like, is this... I really had a second to be like, is this really worth it? Am I doing this for a purpose? And then I'm right here making you guys an episode, so, you know, leave a little like.
But yeah, no, once like we started listening to these kids and shit, some of these kids, like, I ain't gonna say they deserve an ass whooping, but they deserve some talking to. Because holy fuck, like the dumb shit that came out their mouths, and like it was just
okay. Let's just
so
not say no more
funny.
before you expose that we just have some badass kids on our hands.
But it was just funny overall, and I think that might be like what triggered it for you, was the fact that like you were hanging out with them, so it was like, how would you take care of all these little kids?
I don't know. Oh, I was so ready to whoop her little friend's ass. She ran away from me in the story. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Ugh, stay right here by my hip at all fucking times. But nope. And they're not little kids. They're like fucking middle schoolers at this point. But yeah, so now that was the dream segment. Again, if you have a dream, go to the Google form listed down below and comment that little dream in there, please. And thank you. All right. So I was on TikTok Reels. And I knew ant-holes existed. I knew how, like, you know, they could do. I've seen Bugs Life. You know, I know what's going on.
Right.
I didn't know how big they actually get. I didn't know people poured cement in these shits. And what? Why would you even do that? sir, why would you guys pour hot metal or cement? I think it was metal. And like just kill all these fucking ants and just, oh, we just want to see what your house looks like. Die. Why would you do that? That is so fucked. But I did see a video on the reels, and it was just basically like showing how they show, you know, us the ant colonies. So you already knew about this?
I did. I actually found out about it when the first guy who did it, he was just trying to kill a bunch of ants, and he went ahead and poured the metal in there. And after that, he became an artist. Like, they literally was like, oh shit, that's art. And it's like, you gonna get millions of dollars for fucking killing a whole colony of ants. Like, they didn't do nothing. They're the ones that did the art for you. Like, the fuck?
Like Rihanna said, pour it up, watch it all fall out.
Honestly.
That's fucked up. So, once I seen this, I was just doing research, and I was like, I want to learn more. Like, what the fuck? That shit was huge. So I basically looked up what's the largest one that we found, and this shit's fucking nuts. So the largest ant colony is the Argentinian ant colony. Do you want to guess how many miles it covers?
I want to say like
their little
10.
Casita.
Little 10 miles.
3,700 miles.
Oh fuck.
Miles across So the Argentinian ant super colony covers 3,700 miles, and they think it's bigger, but it goes across the European region, and then it stretches to the Atlantic coast of Spain, which makes its way through the south of France into northern Italy. Sorry, I can't talk. And it's home to at least 307 million ants with 33 districts, with millions of nests and billions of ant workers.
I call cap.
So,
if they poured that much fucking metal down there, I call cap. Them bitches are dead now.
I don't think they did. I'm pretty sure they just found it. Like, they just, I don't know. From what it seems like, because they're saying that there might be more. So there's no way. It's miles. Like, how are you gonna make it just stretch out like that for miles? You're really gonna put that much metal into there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like somehow they put like a little drone or some shit down there.
Yeah, I really doubt that they fucked with this one, because that's a lot. Billions of ant workers. There's literally a whole multiverse right beneath us. Well, beneath them over there, but it only works because they have multiple queens. So each little district has its own queen. If not, it would literally be chaotic. If it were any other species of ants, it wouldn't work out. Only the Argentinian ant found a way to make it work. So the ant itself, this type of ant, the Argentinian ant, is only about 80 years old. Like, that's when they discovered it. So sheesh, they had a lot of time to do a lot of work. Some scientists honestly think that the colony may be larger than what they think, and it might be worldwide. They think that this fucking colony might be worldwide.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think like necessarily these ants are working by themselves. Like, I believe that they're all connected underneath somehow, some way. Because like, think about it. When you see one ant hole, like the other one's only a couple of steps away. So I think that's just a way for them to just get air down there and obviously get out and in. But I feel like they could all be connected even here. Imagine one runs from here all the way to fucking New York type shit.
Another one in Cali.
Like, they're making their own little highways. They can make it
go under the oceans and shit. Because, I mean, why wouldn't they?
Imagine one fucks up and fucking hits the wall and starts like sinking everybody.
It's like, run.
We just see the ocean start fucking losing like feet and or yards of water. Like, what the fuck? Where's the water going? But coming to that,
billions of workers.
You made me laugh the other day because I showed you a video of a sinkhole that happened. And you asked me, do you think that was an ant colony that was just like Too
It's
overpacked.
because I had already seen that video. So I was just, that video has just been in my head rent free because I'm like, what the fuck?
Which that made me laugh.
They had
like hard.
rooms in that bitch. Like, they literally had rooms.
Well,
So imagine this one that goes on for miles and they're even thinking it goes worldwide. Like,
what happens like if what we find supposedly underground, there's like, oh, humans made them. What happens if that's just these
The
little
ants.
fuckers? Yeah.
they're just like, hey, bring that back. But yeah, guys, comment down below. Would you fuck around and play with these ants? I was little and I fucked around and found out one time. I made this little girl, like, I don't know if I dared her, just told her
Demon time.
to fuck around with the ant hole, and she ended up like getting like a shit ton of ants all over herself and got bit everywhere. And my mom was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I only got bit barely, but she was like covered in them, and it was a fat ass ant hole. But yeah, comment down below if you would fuck around and find out too. Okay, now let's go into our final segment.
I'm gonna keep on the run, gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last
So usually with what happens in Vegas, we have clips of couples that we record around the Las Vegas area, and we ask them, it's 333 now, and we ask them what's one secret or embarrassing moment that you haven't told your partner. They leave without knowing each other's answers, but we air their shit out here. Sadly, we have no more couples. We just realized our last couple, literally none of them had anything for each other. So we will be recording this Friday over, I shouldn't say where, but in the Las Vegas area, even though I've said it before. And we're going to go get some couples. So what we're going to give you guys this week is our own secrets and embarrassing moments that we've hid from each other. All right. Do you go first or I go first?
You go first.
Okay. So
mind you guys, she literally went, she's like, let's do our own. 5 seconds later, I already got my secret, so I'm ready to hear some shit.
We were over here fighting about how you're always saying you get cafecito every morning, da 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 da, and then you got mad that I was using your card, and I would only not use your card if I had my card on there, but I've been forgetting to. So I still been using your card. But we weren't fighting about that. We were fighting about something else. And I woke up mad at you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use your card and I'm going to buy myself a big coffee with a snack. And so I did. I don't know if I told you, but I didn't tell you that I guess I didn't, because you told me to tell you when I use your card. And I didn't. So I bought that in the morning without you. And I used your card. And then my embarrassing moment is, I'm gonna only air this out because of the conversation that we had earlier here on the podcast, but there's been times where I have thrown my chonies that need that hydrogen peroxide on there, and I would like throw them in there, so when I am gonna do clothes, I'm gonna like spray it and do what I gotta do with them. But there's been times where you've like just started washing clothes, and little did you know that there was some chonies in there that, you know, needed that hydrogen peroxide.
Bruh.
So whether or not you noticed, I don't know, but that's my embarrassing moment that I'm airing out on the podcast. Hey, I know I'm not the only bitch that has these accidents, so
for my secret, this one was actually tough for me to like think of.
Okay.
My secret would be, damn, I had just thought about it too. Fuck it. My embarrassing moment first, because that one's easier. So my embarrassing moment that I haven't told you yet was...
We're not going to tell them about the audio recording we found on your phone?
No.
Okay, that's our secret then.
I didn't even mean for that to be a secret, but my embarrassing moment would be...
Just know, y'all, he was recording himself without knowing, and he thought he was alone, and he was not.
No, you could hear her in the background.
I left the room.
You could hear it.
I left.
I'm gonna show her after this, guys, but
whatever.
Anyways, embarrassing moment would have to be that I think I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, damn.
And I seen like we dare the homie to eat a worm.
Ew.
And like, well, he's like, oh yeah, I always do it. So I was like, bullshit, do it. So like this fool ate like at least 5 or 6 worms at this point.
Ew.
And we went inside the classroom, and out of nowhere, like he turns around and just starts like puking like everything out. And I didn't tell you because it's pretty nasty, but this fool, like while he was puking, you know how when you look down, the puke kind of goes through your nose.
Mm-hmm.
He literally had a fucking worm come out of his nose, and like when he turned around, because like I said, he's the homie, so I was trying to help him out and shit. He turned around, this shit like flicked out of his nose and it hit me in the face. I ain't gonna lie, that was the most disgusting shit ever. And like, it was like
This
the
sounds
trash
fake.
can. No, it was because the trash can was in the corner of the classroom. So like, as he's puking, the teacher's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I'm over here just like patting his back, like, "Yo, hurry up, hurry up!" And he fucking went like that, like fast as fuck, and it flicked on my face. And this dumbass starts fucking laughing as soon as he does, like a fucking green bean just goes and shoots out. And then my secret would have to be
That sounded fake, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. That sounds fake to me.
okay. And then my secret,
But who am I to say? If you don't have a secret,
I
whatever.
don't think I have a secret.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'm trying to see. I swear, I be having so many secrets from you. I can't believe I haven't.
Bruh.
Oh, another secret is, I don't know if I've told this on the podcast before or not, but I do grab some of your clothes and I throw it away.
Yeah, you're annoying for that.
Did you know? No,
I
you didn't
noticed
because you haven't asked.
I noticed some of my clothes missing.
Anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have. So, again, we're going to go ahead and have some new clips for you guys next episode. These are just our secrets and embarrassing moments. And that's our little weird what happens in Vegas for you guys. Now, comment down below or maybe go in the Google form and drop a secret that you've been hiding from your couple. And we can talk about it here on the podcast. Again, a judgment-free zone. Now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Again, happy, safe 4th of July. Last episode was the last episode of Pride. Again, happy Pride, y'all. Other than that, do you have anything else to say? I'm sorry, I keep saying All right, if you're on Spotify or Apple, make sure you leave a little 5-star review and a little comment within that review. If you're on YouTube, Pandora, whatever you're on, we're on all the platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and put that little bell on. Make sure you go down into the bio of this episode for any timestamps and all the links for any of our socials that you guys might be looking for. If you also want to find it somewhere else, you can go to our Instagram, scene.vergüenza_pod, scene.vergüenza_pod. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Everything's down there in the bio. Google Forms, whatever. Happy 4th of July, everybody. And just remember, you guys are all amazing. You guys are all beautiful. And let's keep these high vibrations up around each other. And if you have that negative person in your life, try to uplift them so they can go ahead and let go of that negative energy. Thank you and goodbye.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba.